jockey of the moment. Been in great form lately, often racing in the first. Artist Habit and Gambler's Bank both a bit slow, and Dorceptor allowed to drop out to the rear. Ballybunion and Nefarious, the first two to find the grass, and they share the lead on settling from Winning Wave, Bold Rabot. Hackham's Prophet driving up between horses, and back on the fences carefully, a length to Tarnea. And then Peaceful Sunday down on the inside of Jet Power, who got into the field. He's running about 8th and 1 off the rail. A couple of lengths to Irish Hours, 2 to Higher and Fire, and then Princess Gondolier, well back Otava with Artist Habit, Dorceptor. And last of all is Gambler's Bank, and they're well strung out, racing by about the 800. And Nefarious led a length on Hackham's Prophet and Ballybunion, a length and a half to Winning Wave, and then Bold Rabot, Tanea out wide. In on the fence carefully, a length off to Jet Power, travelling well for Trinder. Peaceful Sundays in a nasty pocket, galloping by the 600. They're followed by Higher and Fire, Irish Hours, Princess Gondolier, Otava, Dorceptor, a mile back Artist Habit, and a distant last is Gambler's Bank as they run onto the home turn with 400 to run, and Nefarious had gone to a clear lead, tackled by Ballybunion. Winning Wave is through the middle. Back on the fence, Peaceful Sunday, and wider out Jet Power now given full bore, and then Irish Hours and Higher and Fire. Nefarious just in front. Jet Power's getting him quickly though. At the 200, you want to be on the fave. Jet Power is under the whip, but he took the lead from Nefarious, and then Ballybunion down the outside is Higher and Fire with Princess Gondolier, but Jet Power has overcome the wide alley and won easily in the first. The favourite home, Jet Power raced in to score by 2 lengths on Higher and Fire. Nefarious ran third, and then Princess Gondolier. Next in was Ballybunion from Winning Wave, Dorceptor. Out wide was Otava, then carefully Irish Hours. Next to pull up would have been Peaceful Sunday, was never likely. Then Hackham's Prophet, Artist Habit, Bold Rabot, Tarnea, and Gambler's Bank was last throughout.
So Sovereign 11, 5 underwritten, State of Man 5, 60 Brittany Marie. We've got 2 to 1 Silhouetted, Laugh at Danger 30 to 1, 12 Adbrook, Better Seymour 20, 100 to 1 Brown Cast, Do Your Duty 7 to 2, 5s into 7 to 2 number 10, 70 Ivory Seeker, Nixa 50 to 1, 15 Tolpa Mess, 150 Vay King. That's the update on the next at Balaclava.
Yes, well, we've got Les Harris here. Les beat the traffic. He couldn't even begin today.
No, he was he never showed his usual dash. I got squeezed up not long after the start, which put him back that little bit further, but really never travelled today.
I thought at the home turn he was actually going to drop right out of it. He battled on pretty well to finish fourth.
He battled on very well. Actually, I possibly should have run third. I broke my stick at the top of the straight, and that may have cost him third money.
I believe he's to spell now.
I think so. They were talking very seriously of that, and the way he raced today, I think he's just about due for a spell. He's been up for a long time.
He's done a great job this preparation.
Oh, he's a gutsy animal.
Right, and he's been plagued. He struck a few wet tracks. He's possibly a horse a bit better on top of the ground.
I think he's such a big strider that I'm pretty sure that I know he's run well in them, but I've just got a feeling that when he gets on top of the ground and has a spell, I think you're going to see a really good horse.
Might be a big 3-year-old season for him.
I think 3-year-olds is going to be his time.
Okay, Les Harris, who rode Beat the Traffic, couldn't do the job for us today, but perhaps we'll have to keep him in mind for some time later in the year.
Thanks. Brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs, the makers of Liqueur, Galliano, Sambuca and Amaretto. Temple Front 440 and 185, Northern News $2.50 and Come Racing $4.20, Quinella $22.40, Trifecta $495.70. Late scratching at the barrier, Big Pillar. We'll get those deductions for you a little bit later. Let's have a look at the market now in the Prime Minister's Cup. And again, this market proudly brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs. Sound Horizon 13 to 2, Colour Page 7, 16 King of Brooklyn, Round the World 15 to 2, Algonquin Club 5s, Finetzabel 9, 15 to 2 for Card Shark, 30 Dinky Flyer, Regimental March at 33, Plume de Vale at 30 to 1, number 10. And then we go over then to number 11, Scarvilla at 9s, Ancient Provocative 25, 13 out, Sir Humphrey 10, 45's to Walk Up, Adatari 12, 66 Darlissa, Sir's Amazon 100 to 1, and Dark Reflection came up at 100 to 1 as well. Selection in that event from Wayne Wilson, 21 and 22 out, and the tip is 4 in the Prime Minister's Cup. Number 5, Algonquin Club from Sound Horizon 1, Finetzabel 6, and King of Brooklyn 3. All right. Here's Peter Smith now at Balaclava for the next event there. This is race number 5.
In fact, she's not quite in the gates. That's the problem. She's about 3/4 of the way in and backing out. Now she's in. Sir Sovereign restless in the stalls. Getting close to a start now. racing. From the inside, State of Man jumped quickly, so Sovereign also began quickly with Nixon. Showing pace also was Better Seymour. Also working along the inside, Brittany Marie. Tolpa Miss showing pace. Silhouette at the favourites, only got two behind her really. They are Vague King and Ivory Seeker. They work inside the 1,000. State of Man led by a neck. Around the outside, Do Your Duty up close today. Underwritten in the centre, keeping it 3 deep, but now Do Your Duty strides to the lead. Works a length and a half in front now of State of Man inside of Underwritten. 2 further back to Adbrook. On its inside next was Better Seymour from Nix. Further back then to Tolpa Miss. Around it then was Brown Cast. A length and a half further back to Brittany Marie. Next in the field then was Vague King from Laugh at Danger. Silhouetted still with only 2 behind her. They are Ivory Seeker and Sir Sovereign. Into the straight. They work towards the 400. Do Your Duty leads by a length the State of Man. Nix waiting for a run. Tolpa missed the inside. Underwritten joining in deeper out. Further back in the field then Better Seymour. Then Laugh at Danger. Silhouetted still back 4th last inside the 200. They're about to run now. State of Man went to the lead. Out after it now was Nix. Back on the inside. Do Your Duty running on down the outside. Better Seymour with Tolpa Miss, but State of Man the leader. Nix is grabbing it. Nix the outside coming at State of Man. Then Tolpa Miss. Nix went to the lead, and it's a double for the stable. Wins by half a length. Second State of Man. Third Tolpa Miss. Next to finish Better Seymour. Well, Silhouetted, she only really got going the last 100. She ran 5th the favourite. Next to finish was Underwritten, then Laugh at Danger. Further back, Do Your Duty. Next in the field, Vague King from Ivory Seeker and Brittany Marie. Then Adbrook, Sir Sovereign and Brown Cast.
Number 12 is the winner, Nixa. Number 3 second, State of Man, and 13 Tolpa Miss third, 12, 3 and 13 after the running of that race at Balaclava. They're running late at Warwick Farm. All right, so standing by back in the studios there of Sky Channel, here's Kerry Buckridge.
Thank you, Shadow. You're doing a great job. It's looking great. Well, we've got a good question for you, Shads, everybody else around Australia. Just how much money would the legendary Farlap have won if he were racing today? It is a good question. You'll find the amazing answer in They Made Millions, a special feature article. It's revealing the fabulous winnings of our millionaire thoroughbreds. It's in the June issue of Australia's premier racing magazine, Turf Monthly, on sale now at all leading newsagents and booksellers. Also in this month's issue, controversial ex-Queensland Racing Minister Russ Hinds proves that he's neither down nor out. The magazine for the serious punter, Turf Monthly, out now at only $3 a copy.
And Doc, congratulations on that victory at Temple Front.
Thank you, Wayne.
You've had him going for quite some time now. He's come through quite a campaign, but seems as though he's going as good as ever.
Well, he might have had a few races, but they've all been well spaced. It hasn't worried the horse. He's not. I mean, he's a pretty tough horse, but it's. I mean, they are race horses, aren't they?
Yeah. Now, what for him after this?
We run him in the Sires and the Champagne, or whatever you call it here, the Castlemaine.
Yeah, Channel 9.
Channel 9.
Thing.
Channel 9. And give him a blow, I guess. And I might even track a path that we did with Myocard, give him a blow in the spring and attack Melbourne in the autumn and back to Sydney in the autumn.
This must be quite a thrill for you to come back to the Gold Coast, because you recorded one of your major wins, first major wins as a trainer here.
Yeah, I get on very well with the committee and the people that have been here for years. They're all very friendly.
That win back in the mid-70s by Lord Ben, a very favourite horse of yours, and you've just named your complex in Sydney after him.
Yeah, he was the springboard to all the trouble, I guess.
Trouble or good luck.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got Atari in this one, the big one, the Prime Minister's Cup.
Yeah, I think he's got an excellent chance out of Atari. I think he run a very good race.
His run at Eagle Farm was good. He was working to the line very gainly the last little bit, Doc.
He'd been a bit immature last year and 4th in the Doomben Cup last year, but he was only a 3-year-old and I was just experimenting with him. But this year I can train him properly. I think he's no good on wet tracks. And today we seem to have a track to suit, so he'll run a good race.
Okay, well, I better let you go and throw the jockey out.
All right, Wayne, thanks.
Good on you, Jeff. Jeff Chapman, who's just won the Rothmans Classic at Temple Front, and now he's hoping to win the Prime Minister's Cup with that Atari. Thanks, Graham.
They're in the mounting yard here for the Prime Minister's Classic. The Saddler, 10-1 at Warwick Farm, 14s to 10s in 4 points, 13-2 Miss Goodman, come on up 11-1. And then we've got Exile Sun, 11-2, Luanga, 10, Constant Star, 3-1. Miss Remus at 8, 7 Just Trish is in 3 points, number 8. Wexford Castle 15, Under the Sea is out, number 10. Shell Row 120 and Yenta 13-2. Well, proudly brought to you by Galliano on this Prime Minister's Cup Day 1988.
After losing 58 straight matches.
Dial extractor.
I've figured out there's something wrong with me glasses. These glasses.
The secret's in the elbow action, Tangles.
That's why I switched to Tui's 2.2, Freddie. Now I can bend the elbow occasionally without getting off target.
And that's no bull.
Tui's 2.2. Breathe easy.
Ends now at Ballarat, National Impound 610 and 150. Hamar Bijou $1.40. Lucent Beaujeu at 70, 23.95. The Quinella Trifecta $169.25. Here's Johnny Tapp at Warwick Farm.
Running and a fairly level start, although Shell Row was a little bit slow to move. Miss Goodman bounced out in front of Exile Sun and Miss Remus. Constant Star began well, and Just Trish is coming over from an outside gate. Past the judge the first time, and Miss Goodman with the inside running is headed by Constant Star, whose rider doesn't want to lead. Just Trish is out 3 deep and might have to go to the front in a moment, followed by Exile Sun. On the fence, Miss Remus, and further back, Come On Up, Trap Deep, followed by the Saddler. At the head of the others, Wexford Castle, and well back Shell Row, and then Yenter and Lewingar dropped out to be last of all, but Constant Star is left in front, and with 1,500 metres to go, it's Constant Star just in front of Just Trish. Come On Up is trapped out 3 deep as they go down to the 1,400 mark. 2.5 lengths away, Miss Goodman, a length to Exile Sun, 1.5 to the Saddler, and then Miss Remus, followed by Wexford Castle, Lewingar and Yenter, and Shell Row is last at the 1,200 metres mark, and Come On Up on the outside just led Constant Star. Running third, a length away, Just Trish on the outside of Miss Goodman. A length and a half to Exile Sun, followed by Miss Remus, and then the Saddler, Wexford Castle. Lewingar starting to make up ground around the outside, and further back is Yenter, and 2 lengths away last is Shell Row. 900 out as they go to the top turn, and Just Trish took over now, led by more than a length to Constant Star, and 3/4 away, Come On Up. On the fence, fourth, Miss Goodman, followed by Exile Sun, and then Miss Remus, followed by the Saddler. Getting up along the inside, Wexford Castle, and out deep as Lewingar, followed by Yenter, and tailed off Shell Row. About 700 metres out now, and Just Trish the leader. Almost 2 lengths on Constant Star, being niggled along. 3 to Come On Up, and Miss Goodman, and then Exile Sun, who's out 3 deep, nearing the corner. Further back, Miss Remus, and then Wexford Castle, the Saddler, followed by Lewingar as they come to the turn. Just Trish is first into the straight over Constant Star. About 2 lengths away, Come On Up, and then Exile Sun and Miss Goodman coming to the 200. Just Trish the leader. Constant Star is trying to get to it, and Exile Sun on the outside is now coming hard. At the 100-metre mark, Exile Sun on the extreme outside, headed Constant Star. Exile Sun got the upper hand, and he's starting to draw away in the last bit, and he'll win well. Exile Sun got there, very close second. Come On Up or Constant Star, and then Just Trish and Miss Remus, followed by the Saddler, Lewingar. Well back came Yenter, then Miss Goodman, followed by Wexford Castle, and last is Shell Row. An easy one to Exile Sun, number 4, ridden by Craig Carmody. Number 4, Exile Sun, C. Carmody, an easy winner. To pay $3.35 and $1.05, and he was a mile too good in the last little bit. Now, Constant Star was going to run second everywhere but the last hop, and then Come On Up has lunged at it, and there's a nose between them. Come On Up on the place tote, $1.95. Constant Star on the place tote, 95 cents. Pulled hard early, got left in front, which is not her caper, and that brought about her undoing. But number 4, Exile Sun, C. Carmody, trained by Terry Ryan, and he'd run 3 seconds on the trot before today. Second to Transcriber at Canterbury, second to Wexford Castle at Kembla, and second to Lewingar here last week at Warwick Farm. So it was certainly overdue, today's win for Exile Sun. Number 4, Graham, $3.35 and $1.05, and back to you at sunny Southport.
For this race, the Prime Minister's Cup for 1988, brought to you by Galliano Liqueur. Sound Horizon 5 to 1 is now 13 to 2 into 5s. Colour Page 10. King of Brooklyn, number 3, is at 12 to 1. Round the World about 8. Algonquin Club at about 5 to 1. 9, Finetza Bell, number 6, is at 9 to 1. Now 8 to 1, Card Shark, 30, Dinky Fly. Regimental March at 35. Number 10, Plume d'Orvale, 16 to 1. Bit of money for that on the Queensland tote. Over there we go then to number 11, and that's Scarville at 12s. 25, Agent Provocative. Sir Humphrey into 6 to 1 in 4 points. 50 to 1, Sir Walk Up. Atari, 14 to 1 on the Queensland tote. 100 to 1 Fidelissa. 100 to 1 Amazon. Dark Reflection, 120 to 1. At market brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs, 21.
When it comes to the world's finest liqueurs, Galliano gives you the winning trifecta. The heart of the famous Harvey Wallbanger, Liquore Galliano puts golden Italian sunshine in every glass. Sambuca, Its rich aniseed flavour turns simple black coffee into the true taste of excitement. Tangy and tantalising amaretto has the delicious hint of almonds to delight both you and your guests. Galliano Liqueurs, Italian classics for the sweet life.
Centulic 15-2. We've got Dream of Heaven at 9, 7-2 Fine Luster, Caroline 9-2, Reckless Draw 15s, 14 Miners Boy, Spear Mahal came up 10s, 20-1 Brash Report on the Victorian TAB, Worry Boy 8-1 number 9. Then we've got Emotional Issue 13-2, Steeler Star 33, Prophet Slipper 11-1 and Royal Gazer 50-1. That's the market race 7 and the selection from Clem in that event. At Ballarat is for Fine Luster 3 from Dream of Heaven 2, Centulic number 1. Dividends at Belmont in Western Australia, race 1 over there, and 7, 4 and 17 were placed. Jet Power, the favourite, $1.30 and 65, $2.35 for both Hire and Fire and Nefarious numbers 4 and 17. The Quinilla, $2.35 number 4, $2.55 number 17. The Quinilla 8.10 trifecta $137.30. And the winner NEICE $41.70 and 7.60. State of Man $1.80 and Tolpa Miss $2.05. The Quinilla $116.60. Trifecta $2,936.20. Race 5 at Balaklava. And the market race 6 at Balaklava will...
Race Day is proudly brought to you by Smith's Biggs.
In the last 4 years, Eurogliders have become a major force in Australian music, with hits like Heaven, Absolutely, We Will Together, City of Soul, and their current hit, the title track of their latest album, Groove. With world tours and a new album under their belt, Eurogliders are now on their way to you. So check out these venues, because the Eurogliders National Tour is on its way.
All right, we've got that that's just come in for you. Centulic 15-2, Dream of Heaven 6-1, Fine Luster 5-2, 7-2 to 5-2, Caroline 5, 20-1 Reckless Draw, Miners Boy 14, 12 Spear Mahal, and then we've got Brash Report number 8 into 15-1, 20s to 15s, 8-1 Worry Boy, number 10 is scratched. Emotional Issue 13-2, 33 Steeler Star, Prophet Slipper 16s, Royal Gazer 55-1. Colour Page is around about the 10-1 mark. King of Brooklyn is around about the 12s, got back into 14-1 now. 4 Round the World, and Round the World number 4 is at around about the 8-1 mark. Algonquin Club, a touch under 5-1, it's just over 9-2. 6 Finetsabel is the short and a 13-2 now. 9s to 13-2. That's the late mail tip from Bart Sinclair. And as he said, it looks very well indeed. Card Shark is 8s out to 9s, and then Dinky Flyer 30, 35 Regimental March. Plume de Vale, number 10. There's a bit of money for that, 16-1 there, as you can see. And of the other runners, as we turn the page, Scarvilla is around 12s, got out to 20-1, and I know they'll be all watching up in Darwin. That's the Darwin Cup winner. We'll be heading up there in August for a Sky Race Day, coming to you live from Darwin. Hi to Paul Catamol and all the boys up there at the very progressive Darwin Turf Club. Agent Provocative is at 25-1, and then we've got Sir Humphrey to 6-1. That's number 14. He's got back out again, number 14. Sir Humphrey's got it back out to 9-1. So walk up 50s, 14 out of Tari is now to 16-1, but the Dr. Jeff Chapman thinks it can run a bold race. Delissa 100-1, Says Amazon and Dark Reflection at long odds. We'll take a short break and then...
Lucky Jew, 50-1. Cavalier Girl, 5-2 on. Short White, 8. Rise Day, 12-1. Bouncing Boy, 11-8. Hasty Princess, 50-1. Dan's Lad, 100-1.
You want the big potato crisps? Smith's Bigs win every time because they're bigger, thicker, crunchier. Big!
Huge crowd up here on Prime Minister's Cup Day, coming to you live from the Gold Coast. They're just about ready for a dispatch as we join Wayne Wilson.
Dinky Flyer still out of line. Round the World hasn't been loaded. Regimental March and Adatari back behind them. Agent Provocative moves in. Our Sir Humphrey stands up well. New Zealand, very strong representation here. Plume de VA, Our Sir Humphrey, Vanessa Bell. Vanessa Bell, probably the best back runner in the race. Dark Reflection stands up well, so walk up right up to it. Algonquin Club, Adatari. Now Dinky Flyer and Regimental March, they're the two out. Sazamazan has gone in. Round the World takes up her position. Dinky Flyer moves in. Regimental March is in, and now they're set to go. Stand by for the Prime Minister's Cup. All set, 2,400 metres. Big field stretched across the track. Down there at the start. Beautiful run, 500 metres to the winning post the first time. Sound Horizon just red. Set this time. They're racing. Colour Page began quickly. Sound Horizon and Plume d'Orvier. Plume d'Orvier ridden with the whip in the early stages. He's spearing out badly. He's coming right across the face of the field. He veered out 5 or 6 horses and he cannoned into Sound Horizon. Plume d'Orvier is the leader. Scarvilla moves up to be second. Sound Horizon third over on the inside. Agent Provocative taking closer order on the outside, and then Finesse Bell and Card Shark. King of Brooklyn fairly deep but going up towards the lead. Zamazan's trapped wide as well. Card Shark shuffled back. Followed then by Round the World, who's out fairly deep. Adatari a fair way back. Algonquin Club, Regimental March. Then our Sir Humphrey, Dark Reflection pulling pretty hard. Nicky Flyer third last at the moment. Second last to Walk Up, and last of all is Colour Page over the crossing, 1,600 metres out. And King of Brooklyn takes up the running, leads by a length and a half. Plume d'Orvier running second. 1 to Agent Provocative. Scarvilla fourth on the inside. Then Sazamazan. Sound Horizon getting a lovely run over on the inside. A break of 2 lengths to Finesse Bell. Then Round the World on the outside of Card Shark in the middle, and Delissa on the inside. 2 to Regimental March. A half to Adatari, and then our Sir Humphrey, Dark Reflection. Algonquin Club is fourth last at the moment, 25 lengths from the leader. Then Suwalkup, Dinky Flyer and Colour Page last of all. Heading up the back straight, 1,200 metres out. King of Brooklyn the leader, a half in front. Plume d'Orvier moving off the rails, now moving to second place. So Zamazan is 1 away third, and 1 to Scarvilla, Agent Provocative, Sound Horizon. 2 then to Finesse Bell. Round the World on the outside of Delissa. 1 to Card Shark, our Sir Humphrey, Regimental March, Adatari. Algonquin Club starting a run, going forward on the outside, but is forced to go up deep on the track, about 4 wide at the moment. A length further back, Dark Reflection starting a run also is Sir Walk Up, and Colour Page is at the rear. Dinky Flyer starting to go forward, but 5 deep. Heading down the side, they've got 700 metres to go. Plume d'Orvier on the outside, a neck in front of King of Brooklyn. Agent Provocative is a length and a half away third on the outside of Scarvilla. 1 to Sound Horizon, and then Finesse Bell, who's going sweetly in the run. She's there at the right time if she's good enough. Our Sir Humphrey is next on the outside, and then Round the World and Dinky Flyer, Algonquin Club. Straightening up now, 400 metres to go. Plume d'Orvier is the leader just in front of King of Brooklyn. Card Shark getting up on the inside. He's got a glorious run, Card Shark, and he's burst through to hit the lead. 250 metres to go. Card Shark in front of King of Brooklyn. Plume d'Orvier. Sound Horizon to the outside, making ground now. Card Shark in front. Sound Horizon, King of Brooklyn, Finesse Bell. Card Shark's in front, close to the wire, and pushed right out by Beedman. He's going to get the money. It's Card Shark first. King of Brooklyn fought on like a cage line for second. Finesse Bell third. Then Round the World. Sound Horizon didn't go on at the end. Adatari next, and then Regimental March. Plume d'Orvier weakened at the end. Delissa well back, Agent Provocative. Then Colour Page, Scarvilla, Algonquin Club never really in it. Then our Sir Humphrey, and the last 2 in. Dinky Flyer, Sir Walk Up, and another one, Sir Zamazan. Card Shark the winner. Card Shark, what a beautiful ride by Beedman. Getting a miracle run on the inside halfway down the straight. He burst him through, he grabbed the lead, and he was able to kick right away from them at the end and score easily.
Well, there he is, young Darren Beedman, and Wayne interviewed him earlier on today. And there he is, a beautiful ride indeed, as Wayne said, on Card Shark to win the Prime Minister's Cup. They've just jumped at Ballarat. This is race 7.
Pretty quickly after the start was Prophet Slipper to be handily placed too, and they're followed then wider on the track by Steeler Star. As they settle fully into stride, and Brash Report went through on the inside to lead Sen Tulloch. In third place was Miner's Boy, followed by Royal Gazer, and then Prophet King on the outside. Now the favourite Fine Lust has been trapped out 3 deep and working pretty hard. A length farther back in the field then was Dream of Heaven, Worry Boy on the fence, then Emotional Issue. Spear Mahala fair way back with Carolani was slow to begin. Steeler Star dropping back, and last of all is Reckless Draw. 700 metres next to go. They're going quickly with the leader was Brash Report by Nectar Centalic. They've got away 4 lengths to Fine Luster, who did get across eventually. A length further back behind that pack over on the inside being hard-ridden now is Spear Mahal as they come down near the corner where they've got about 400 metres left to go. Centalic on the outside of Brass Report, and they've worked very hard. They're followed in 3rd place on the outside now, starting a fair run and running on pretty strongly is the favourite Fine Luster, coming home well with Spear Mahal out wider, and Emotional Issue and Miner's Boy getting a run in the centre. Miner's Boy darted through, grabbed the lead, challenged immediately by Spear Mahal out deeper, who grabbed the lead shortly afterwards. Spear Mahal getting the upper hand, Emotional Issue getting through on the inside, and Caroline coming from last, but Spear Mahal spearing away and is going to win easily. Spear Mahal wins by 4 lengths, tight for second. Caroline might have just got there from Emotional Issue, and then Miner's Boy, Centalic, Fine Luster, Worry Boy, then Prophet Slipper, well back in the field, Brass Report, Dream of Heaven, then Reckless Draw, Steal a Star, and last of all is Royal Gazer.
Number 7, Spear Mahal first, and a photo for 2nd and 3rd. Card Shark, the winner of the Prime Minister's Cup. 2nd placing has just come through, and it has gone to number 3, and that is King of Brooklyn. And 3rd placing goes to number 6, and that is Finette 7, 3 and 6. Another triumph for Card Shark and another triumph for trainer Bobby Thompson, and he's right now with Bart Sinclair.
Thanks, Graham. Well, Bob, tremendous effort and great ride.
Yeah, brilliant effort, brilliant ride, absolutely brilliant ride. I lost him in the scramble coming to the corner, and I looked back to the inside. He went straight back to the inside and hit the front before the announcer even saw it. It's just unbelievable effort. This horse, he must have a heart as big as himself, and I can't get over the rider, Darren. He's riding in such great form. And, you know, all the credit goes to Darren.
Bob, before the race, you were a little concerned about the 2400.
Yeah, we were quite concerned whether he'd run the distance, but if he had a cushy run in the race, which he did have, I thought he'd get it if he did.
You're going to race on now into the carnival?
We'll just decide now. I'm not sure what I'll do with him yet.
I think you might have done enough.
Yeah.
Congratulations again, Bob. Let's get to the presentation. Thanks, Graham. Bob Thompson, very excited, trainer of Card Shark.
Yes, and he's got every reason to be very excited. Phil Wilson has just joined me, turf rider from Sydney, and he's a part owner. Congratulations.
And puffed.
And puffed. I tell you what, you pushed that and rode that all the way down the straight, and as Bobby Thompson was just saying, what a fantastic ride by Darren Beaton.
It was a perfect ride. You couldn't have asked for more. We wanted him to be not too far back, handy, and he was midfield and on his own. And then got that run at the top of the straight. It was beautiful.
You're very excited. I know Dominic Byrne's very excited. We'll talk to him later. I tell you, you've got kiss marks all over you there.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's winning.
It is.
It's beautiful winning.
I tell you what, he's been a great horse for you.
Yes, mate, he's been fantastic. That's his 10th win now. We had the Villiers in December. We had the Tattersalls Cup in New Year's Day, and now this today. It's a fantastic feeling. And as I said on Villiers Day, if he never won another race after that, I'd be so happy. But he's capped it off for this.
Your turn to shout.
It certainly is. Thanks a lot, mate.
Good on you, Phil. Congratulations. He's very excited, and why wouldn't he be too? All right, the Prime Minister's Cup's over for 1988. We'll take a break on Sky Race Day. Coming to you live from Gold Coast. We'll be back soon.
Everything's new at Norman Ross. Now at 6 stores, we're open 7 days a week.
Take a new look at Norman Ross. Our prices will make you day. Take a new look at Norman Ross. You'll be sold everywhere.
Hurry to our incredible May sale. Now you can get our savings 7 days a week, but only at Norman Ross, Arncliffe, Bondi, Church Street, Parramatta, DY, Liverpool and Penrith. Our May sale prices are incredible, and now you can save 7 days a week at new Norman Ross discounts.
Look at Norman Ross. New Norman Ross discounts. You'll be sold.
Righto, let's update the market now on the next event at Belmont, and it's Lord Shaka 3-1, 7-2 Power Force, 6s to 7-2, Medical Plan 50, Main Vein 3, 33-1, Easter Eve 13-2, Like a Western, Raw Gold 150-1, Churistic 3s into 5-2, 9 and 10 out. And then we go over to Luskin's Gain, 80s into 33-1, 200 Royal Traveller, Tamar Kingdom at 30, 300-1 for Varro number 14, and Bryburn number 17, 200-1. That's the updater at Belmont. Selection from John Hunt in that event is 4, Power Force 2 from Lord Shaka 1, Main Vein 4. Totes at Warwick Farm on the previous with correct weight there on 4, 3 and 6. Incidentally, placings at Ballarat, number 11 was 3rd, and that was Emotional Issue, 7, 4, 11, placed race 7 at Ballarat. Exile Sun, race 6 at Warwick Farm, 3.35 and 105. Come on up on $1.95 and Constant Star 95 cents. Quinella 23.80, trifecta $421.25. Race 6 at Warwick Farm. Market race 7 at the farm. Let's have a look at that for you now. And they've picked up time well out there. We've got number 1, Top Hat, 5, 16, Man of Malanta, New Link at 10, 14, All the More, Solar Ray 15, Sunny Way Butch at 12, Knee Worry scratched, Apache Wells 6 to 4, Hawk's Nest at 30 to 1, Royal Rager 100 to 1, number 10, number 11, Mystical Prince at 15, Glenbourne 16, 14, Romer's Triumph, 60 to 1, Send Me an Ace, Azu Susie 70 to 1, Razor Nugget 15, 35 to 1, Planet Buster, Noble and Proud 50 to 1, 50s Gliding Sun, Proud Hawk 35 to 1. That's the market race 7 at Warwick Farm. Selection in that event is for Top Hat 1 from Apache Wells 8 and All the More 4, 1, 8 and 4. We'll take a break on Sky Race Day, coming to you live from the Gold Coast here on Sky, brought to you by Galliano, Rothman's Classic Day, and of course Prime Minister's Cup. Back in a moment.
Big potato crisps. Smith's Bigs win every time because they're bigger, thicker, crunchier.
Big! Let's update the market on the next event at Balaklava for you as the presentation is about to get underway here. Now, Tolanic is at 9 to 1, 8 to 1, Regal Century. Corney 12s, 4 out, Night Law at 9 in 3 points. Lord Tavern is eased out to 2 to 1, Magic Heart 7, that's in 2 points. Miss Maynard 45, 30 to 1 for Ordinaire number 9, 10 is scratched. Romantic Crusader out, Ashertina 50, 25 to Fontenoy, Lindy Lulas at 30, Neo Classics into 6 to 1, 14s into 6s, French Border 16 to 1, half its opening quote, and Maud Sentiment 16 to 1. That's an updater at Balaklava for the next event there, and the selection from Ronnie Paps, Regal Century 2, Lord Tavern 6, Tolanic 1, Magic Heart 7, 2, 6, 1 and 7. There's a very good crowd up here, as we said, at the Gold Coast for this magnificent day, and all the crowd standing around as the presentation is about to get underway for the running of the Prime Minister's Cup. As we have a look at the market on the Jupiter's Casino Novice Handicap Race 6 at Southport, brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs, sponsors of today's big live telecast. Danaher 3, 2 Red Yates, Inner Flash at 16 to 1, Jubilee Jack 6 to 4, Prince Ming 13 to 2, 6 Palatoga is out, and Willow Moss at 14 to 1. That market brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs. The selection, Jubilee Jack 4, Red Yates 2, and Danaher 1, 4, 2, and 1 Wayne Wilson selections at the Gold Coast for race 6. Righto, they're just about set it for the next at Belmont race 2. Here's John Hunt.
Thanks, Graham. Back to Southport shortly, just waiting on Luskin's Gain and Lord Sharker to join the line. Luskin's Gain goes in, Lord Sharker will be the last. And he's one of the hot pots in the race. Lord Sharker and Power Force are actually joint favourites at 3 to 1. Main Vein and also Touristic are both at 7 to 2. So as you can see, punters finding it very hard to decide on a favourite. And the newcomer, Like a Western, is at 11 to 2. And after that, they get at pretty lengthy odds. Those 5 all vying for favouritism, and it is 25 to 1 upwards others. Now, Lord Sharker, the one we wait for. There's 4 debutants in this race. Medical Plan, Easter Eve in the stables of Wally Mitchell, and also Like a Western and Raw Gold. Like a Western is a filly by Best Western. Well bred, and she won a trial recently by 6 lengths over Power Force and Easter Eve, who she meets today. Although perhaps not pertinent to take that winning margin into account too much in that trial. I believe Power Force went to the line with a fair bit in reserve. And he also is expected to be hard to beat. Lord Sharker is giving them a little bit of a problem at the gate. It did so the other day as well and was scratched at the barrier. It's a horse with a lot of ability. It was a brilliant last start winner at 2J. On top of some very good trial form. I know the connections think this Grey Noble Commander gelding
Okay, Lord Shark is giving trouble again. Let's check the dividends on the Prime Minister's Cup on the Queensland TAB. Dividends brought to you by Galliano Liqueurs. Card Shark, $10.75 and $3.30. King of Brooklyn, $5.35. And Finetzabel, $2.80. The Quinella, $132.10. Trifecta, $2,610.40. Russ Hens is making the presentation here today for the Prime Minister's Cup. And there he is, and he's delighting the crowd. He's a very popular man in racing circles, Russ Hens. And there he is, and he's been talking about the feats of the Queensland side against New South Wales in the State of Origin last night, and those remarks have been very well received up here, let me tell you. And you'll see the replay on Sky Channel at 6:30 tonight. Make sure you don't miss that. There's a big story on Russ Hens in Turf Monthly. Don't miss that either. Very good report. Righto. Okay, Ballarat Race 8, Queen Derby at 8, Donoran at 15, he is a character. Easy Access 12, we'll be talking to him a bit later. Matisso 25s, 35 Miss Charlie, Bay Artist at 9, Carol's Gift 7 to 4, Orchid Lass at 20, Zamantine 7, Red Robe at 8 to 1, number 10. And then we've got Satellite Queen 25, Dramatise 16, Red Rattler 9 to 1, and Sock A number 14 at 40 to 1. Selection from John Russell, Race 8 at Ballarat. Carol's Girl 7, Queen Derby 1, Easy Access 3, 7, 1 and 3. Now, what's happening with that Lord Shacker? Still giving a lot of trouble over there. Let's check some dividends at Ballarat, though, while they try and coax that galloper in. And the placings were 7, 4 and 11. The winner, Spear Mahal, on the Victorian TAB, $8.15 and $2.50. Caroline, $1. And third placing, Emotional Issue, $1.20. The Quinella, $25.30. And the Trifecta, $326 even. There's a riding change at Ballarat, please note, in the last event, race number 10, as Lord Shacker wants to have nothing to do with those stalls. I tell you what, I think they'll bar it eventually if it doesn't go in this time. Blazing Curves is N. Barrett. N. Barrett to ride number 7, Blazing Curves at Ballarat. Would you believe Lord Shacker's in? Here's John Hunt at Belmont.
Thanks, Graham. He was on his last chance too. But he leapt forward into the gates all of a sudden. So he will take his place. Red light is on, gates open, they're off and racing. Royal Traveller missed the kick a couple of lengths. Coming out very quickly was Main Vein in search of the lead. Touristic bounced out fast. Power Force and Lord Shark are away well. And so too was Like a Western going forward from Raw Gold on the rails. A couple of lengths to Varro. They're being followed by Medical Plan. Down on the inside next is Tamar Kingdom, Wonder Bryburn. Well back Luskin's Gain. A couple of lengths further.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there because they've jumped at Balaklava.
Classic inside of Talanic and then Miss Maynard. 2 to Ordinaire, another half then to Lindy Lou Lass. Back on the inside, Maud Sentiment. And about 6 lengths away, last of all, Corny. They've gone by the 1,000. And the leader, Lord Taverner, has broken clear. He got 2 in front of Ashertina French Border. Then came over on the outside, Night Law. Fellow back then to Magic Heart, who's wide. Regal Century, the centre. And Talanic around it. Nam Royale on the inside of that division. Just in behind them, Neo Classic from Miss Maynard Ordinaire. 2 to Lindy Lou Lass. 2 then to second last, Maud Sentiment, and forget about Corny. 6 away at the 600-metre mark. Lord Taverner freewheeling a length in front. French Border off the rail, moves up to second. Around them, Night Law 3 deep. They're all starting to make a claim. Talanic goes up but wide. Then further back, Neo Classic punching home between horses. Maud Sentiment gets up on the rail. He kicks up on the leader, Lord Taverner. It got 2 in front. Down the outside, Talanic looking at danger. Maybe the only danger. Further back, struggling Nam Royale and Night Law and Neo Classic. Now Talanic comes at Lord Taverner, 200 to run. It's a 2-horse war. Talanic's finishing better than Lord Taverner. He's got the measure of Lord Taverner with 50 to go, and he'll come away for an easy win. And Talanic wins by a length and a half. Lord Taverner didn't find a great deal. He'll just get second from the stablemate Neo Classic. A long break then to Night Law, Ordinaire. Lindy Lou Lass, Corny made some ground after missing it. Further back then came well back to Regal Century, Maud Sentiment. In that group, Nam Royale, the rail, pulling up quickly. Miss Maynard further back, French Border. Magic Hark knocked up, and so did Ashertina.
Well, there it is. Talanic, the winner there of race 6. That was at Balaklava. Number 6 second, Lord Taverner, and 15 Neo Classic third. 1, 6 and 15. Do apologise there. We had a clash in our hands because they're running very late at Belmont. And here's a replay of the closing stages now of race number 2 at Belmont. Replay, closing stages.
Well back with Easter Even, Royal Traveller. Into the straight though, and Main Vein sprinted away. It raced out 3 lengths on Like a Western, Touristic. Lord Shark is only struggling, and they're clear from Power Force doing nothing. Main Vein's well out in front though. It's in no danger of defeat. It's going to street them. It's about 4 or 5 lengths to Like a Western, then Touristic, Lord Sharker, and down the outside Tamar Kingdom, but Main Vein's run his rivals ragged and scored by about 4.5 lengths on Like a Western. Lord Sharker.
Yes, Main Vein, the winner, Laurie Millington, number 6, second, Like a Western, and the third placing in the event going to number 1, and that was Lord Sharker, the problem horse. Okay, let's have a look at the update on the next event at Warwick Farm. Top Hat 4, races coming thick and fast. Man of Malanta 16, 14 New Link, 14 to 1 about New Link. 11 All the More, 14s into 11s, 20 Solar Race, Sunaway Butch at 9 to 1 in 3 points, Apache Wells 7 to 4, 33 Hawk's Nest, Royal Rager 100 to 1, number 10, and then we've got number 11 Mystical Prince 20, 16 Glenbourne, Romus Triumph 14, 100 to 1 Send Me an Ace, 70 Azu Susie, Razor Nugget 16, 35 Planet Buster, 66 Noble and Proud, Gliding Sun 33. Bit of money for that, number 19, as you can see on the tote, and 50 Proud Hawk number 20. That's the updater on the Dick Hearn Handicap Race 7 at Warwick Farm. Okay, well, the presentation's still continuing. Darren Beatman got a huge ovation after he made his speech, and a very talented jockey. And you heard him earlier on this afternoon when he was speaking to Wayne Wilson. He thought it had a very good chance, particularly over the distance. He had no worries about it running the 2,400 metres. And what a beautiful ride it was by Darren Beatman. He's a great young jockey, and he is really a great ambassador for racing. All right, and I'm sure Kerry Buckridge in the studio there at Sky Channel would certainly agree with that.
Sure would, Shads, and a couple of smiling people here this afternoon after Darren's great ride. Of course, Darren said the horse was fit as a fiddle. He said he was fit as a fiddle, and it won like a fit fiddle. Well, Shads, we've got a great question for you. Just how much money would the legendary Far Lap have won if he were racing today? Now, most people will say lots of things. You'd be a mile out. You'll find the amazing answer in They Made Millions, a special feature article revealing the fabulous winnings of our millionaire thoroughbreds. It's in the June issue of Australia's premier racing magazine, that's Turf Monthly, on sale now at all leading newsagents and booksellers. Also in this month's issue, controversial ex-Queensland Racing Minister Russ Hinds proves that he's neither down nor out. He's proving that this afternoon at the Gold Coast. The magazine for the serious punter, Turf Monthly, out now at only $3 a copy.
Coming up or anything? Okay, thank you very much indeed, Bucko. Yes, and we'll be talking to Russ Hinds a little bit later. They're running late at Warwick Farm. Wayne Wilson, we're going to try and line up an interview for you because they're at the barrier there at Warwick Farm and no sign of a start yet. They'll be moving in very shortly, 1,200 metres the distance of this. And we'll be talking to John Russell a little bit later, hopefully to Brian Martin, 3UZ's Brian Martin. Quite a number of the commentators are here today, and also a good gathering of the press from interstate. And a very, very big crowd on hand too. And the day has turned out to be fantastic. Dominic Byrne, probably Sydney's leading bookmaker, and he's a part owner of Card Shark as they commence to move in. I don't know whether we'll have time to do this. So there's still a few of them out of line there. So they're just about to, congratulations, Dom. And he's about to go over there with Wayne Wilson. You stay over there with Wayne. And we'll talk to Dominic Byrne, part owner and a very excited part owner of Card Shark. Here he is.
Thank you very much, Graham. Dominic with us at the moment. Well, Dominic, first of all, we've got to ask you, did you back him?
Yes, I backed him well, yes.
It was a good performance, wasn't it?
Marvellous run, and as I said in the speech, it was testimony to what a trainer can do when he's got the patience and the ability to see that a horse is going to mature and be a good stayer later on. He was patient enough to sort of wait till he was a bit older before he tried him at staying journeys, and he's only had 3 runs past a mile now, and his performance to win the Tats Cup last time in it, this was a wonderful one, and he ran a great race in the Doomben Cup before winning today. So.
Okay, congratulations, Dom. Fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Okay, Graham, back to you.
Good on you, Dom. Yes, grand chap indeed is Dom Byrne, as we head out to Johnny Tapp at Warwick Farm.
Jump at any second. Line's good. Race 7, the Dick Hearn Handicap. Starters on his stand, and away they go now. And slow to move at the start was Planet Buster, and also a little bit slow to get going was Noble and Proud. And beginning very quickly towards the outside is Apache Wells, and fast into stride is Glen Bourne. Racing towards the lead soon after the start is Razor Nugget, and Hawk's Nest is now getting up on the inside, and Royal Rage are showing plenty of pace. Proud Hawk is not too far away when they get going, and Romer's Triumph is making up ground just behind those Gliding Sun, who got a check, and then Mystical Prince and Top Hat behind those. A long gap to Asazuzi. Further back in the field then as they go to the 600 mark, Sunny Way Butch, followed by Send Me an Ace. Noble and Proud being second last, and tailed off is Planet Buster. Now New Link had gone to the lead over Razor Nugget as they come to the turn, with Apache Wells in third place, and then Hawk's Nest and All the More, followed by Mystical Prince. Top Hat made the turn about 5 deep, but is running on well. New Link is in front, going strongly at the 200 mark, clear of Apache Wells, coming after him quickly. Further out, Mystical Prince and Top Hat. Mystical Prince coming at Apache Wells. Mystical Prince headed Apache Wells, and they're fighting it out with Mystical Prince coming home the better. And Mystical Prince drew away to beat Apache Wells. Top Hat is third, and then Razor Nugget, Sunny Way Butch made up a ton of ground, followed by Gliding Sun. New Link weakened out of it, and then All the More, Asazuzi, followed by Man of Malanta, and then Hawk's Nest and Planet Buster, Glenbourne, Proud Hawk, Noble and Proud and Solar Ray, Romer's Triumph and Send Me an Ace, and Royal Rage are weakened out of it to pull up with the tail enders. Can't be any more. Strike me pink, how many were there? The winner is number 11, Mystical Prince, number 11, ridden by M. Sylvester, to pay $12.50 and $2.90, $12.50 and $2.90, and Larry Pickering puts the polish on the winner. I don't know if Larry's here or not. He was in Adelaide on Monday, and well, he covers more ground than Burke and Wills, Larry Pickering. Now, second money will go to Apache Wells, who dashed clear, short one run, I'd say. Hadn't started since August. Number 8, Apache Wells, 85 cents. And Top Hat has run his third placing in the space of 2 days. Top Hat, number 1, to pay 75 cents. So the numbers will be 11, 8 and 1, and the tabs will be 12.50 and 2.90. Second, number 8, 85 cents, and third, number 1, 75 cents. Shadow, I know you've got a heap to do up there, so back to you, old boy.
Oh boy, enough of that old boy stuff, Tappy. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, the Prime Minister's Cup for 1988 coming to you live here from the Gold Coast. It's over now, and very shortly we'll be talking once again to the winning jockey, Darren Beedman.
They said you'd never make it. The beach is more your home. You've got your surf and fishing. Why don't you leave the Gulf alone? They said you'd never make it. It seems their words were true. It must have been heartbreaking when you knew what you could do. They said you'd never make it, but you finally came through. For all of you who made it, this one's made for you. Made for you. This one's made for you. You've made it through, and this one's made for you.
A Flash 16, 6-4 Jubilee Jack. Prince Ming 6-1, 6 out, and Willow Moss number 7, 15-1. That's the update of race 6 at Gold Coast.
Very much, Graham. Here's the man who steered Card Shark to victory in the Prime Minister's Cup. We must say congratulations. That was a fantastic ride.
Thanks, Wayne.
A little bit of luck, do you think, there, Darren?
I had plenty of luck through the race, and I think that's what wins these big races, is having a bit of luck in running and keeping out of trouble.
You're about midfield in the middle stages of the race, and then you got that lovely run on the inside just after they straightened up. Was that run always going to come?
Not really. It wasn't going to come until Finesse Bell and Sound Horizon started to work outwards from the 600 metres onwards. And when they started to move out, well, I tucked up and took their position, and King of Brooklyn veered off the track, and the gates opened up.
Darren, you told us earlier in the day that you had a slight reservation. Even though you tipped us the horse on Sky Channel, you told us you had a slight reservation at the end of 2,400 metres. When the run came, did you want to try and nurse him through, or did you say, let's go and let's head for that line?
Well, I nursed him for the probably about first 50 yards turning for home, but once he accelerated, I knew that the horses around me didn't have enough acceleration with the acceleration he's got, and I knew they couldn't pick me up that last bit because he just kept getting to the line strongly.
Long term, what do you think he's capable of? They're talking about Caulfield Cups. Is that possible?
Well, anything can happen in racing, and I thought this horse to be the last horse to win a 2400 metre race, as I said before today. But with the training, he just seems to, the long distance training, he just seems to go ahead leaps and bounds later in his preparation. So Caulfield Cup, you know, could be something there.
Congratulations again. I know it was a big day because some of your family here with you today, and they were up there in the stand cheering you home. Again, congratulations, Darren.
Fine, good.
Darren Beedman, who's won the Prime Minister's Cup on Card Shark. Thanks, Graham.
Queen Derby, 13-2, 15 Donna Anna, 10-1 Easy Access, 25-1 for Matisso, Miss Charlie 35, Bay Artist at 9, 5-4 Carol's Girl, Orchid Lass at 30-1, Zamantine at 8-1, Red Robe at 9's number 10. We've got Satellite Queen 25, 16 Dramatise, Red Rattler 12s and 50 Sockane. We'll take a break on 1, 6, 15 and 9. Talanic 460 and 145, Lord Taverner 65, Neo Classic number 15 $1.45, 565 Quinella Trifecta $104.70. Ordinaire number 9 running fourth and the pick for $1,090.10. Okay, running late at Ballarat for the next event, and we'll be to Clemdimsey very shortly for the running of race number 8. Number 8 on there. 10 races down there at Ballarat. A very big card of racing at Ballarat. All right, a little bit later we'll be, as I said, talking to Russ Hins, and he was a very popular man at the presentation here. And as I said, he was referring to the State of Origin clash and the victory by Queensland over New South Wales, and just repeating, you'll see the big replay of that tonight on Sky at 6:30 Eastern. That's right, Queensland, New South Wales State of Origin tonight at 6:30 on Sky Channel. All right, now the next event here at the Gold Coast, horses are on the way to the barrier stalls, and Danaher on the Queensland tote is now around about the 6-1 mark. Even money for Red Yates, number 2. It's even money now, Red Yates, number 2. In a flash at 30-1 and 7-4 about number 4, Jubilee Jack. Number 5 is at around 6-1, and number 7, Willow Moss, is at 25-1. Just before we head down to Clemdimsey, very quickly, the best backed in this?
Number 4, Jubilee Jack, very well tried. He's the marginal favourite over number 2, Red Yates, but I think we better stick with Jubilee Jack.
Jubilee Jack. Good on you. Thanks very much, Pat.
Thanks, Graham.
Good on you. Thank you. All right, okay, let's take you to Clemdimsey now for the next event at Ballarat.
Thank you, Graham. Runners walking forward pretty well for the fillies and mares stayers handicap. Carol's Girl, the one to beat. Now moving in is Satellite Queen, Miss Charlie behind the stalls at the moment, with Donna Anna, Queen Derby, Red Robe, Carol's Girl, and the other one is Bay Artist to come forward. Conditions have been very pleasant at Ballarat today. They've been a bit chilly. Now a couple moving together, Queen Derby together with Satellite Queen. They're installed. Miss Charlie coming along. Red Robe about to walk forward. Red Robe coming along. With Red Robe is Donna Anna. Carol's Girl to come along with Bay Artist. But they're the last two. Carol's Girl, the favoured candidate in the race. Ran about an even money pop, has been very heavily tried, trained by Colin Alderson at Cranbourne. Ridden by Michael Clark. Carol's Girl to come forward. Easy Access stands in quietly. Down near the inside. Orchid Lass in. The other's okay, but one's gone well away from the stalls. Bay Artist in the black or the navy blue colours, white armbands and a white cap. Bay Artist is going further away and is some distance behind the gates and now being hustled up as the rider has dismounted from Bay Artist.
Well, they'll get that horse into line. We'll take a short break while they're moving up there, and we'll be back soon.
When it comes to the world's finest liqueurs, Galliano gives you the winning trifecta. The heart of the famous Harvey Wallbanger, Liquore Galliano puts golden Italian sunshine in every glass. Sambuca, Its rich aniseed flavor turns simple black coffee into the true taste of excitement. Tangy and tantalizing amaretto has the delicious hint of almonds to delight both you and your guests. Galliano liqueurs, Italian classics for the sweet life.
Welcome back. Yes, they're moving into line pretty well for a start for this next event down at Ballarat. Let's have a look at the update here for the Gold Coast. Danaher is 4-1. It's now up to 5-1. Red Yates is now 5-4. Red Yates 5-4. 16 I'm in a flash. Now Jubilee Jack steady at 6-4, and that's the best back runner in the ring, as Bart Sinclair pointed out a little while ago. 6-1 about Prince Ming, and 15-1 out to 25-1 Willow Moss. It's now to 25-1. Right, I think they're set at long last at Ballarat. Here's Clem.
Raymond racing at the first attempt too. They jumped out pretty well. Orchid Lass down near the inside. Easy Access was showing good speed early. Bay Artist out wide on the track is spearing around them. A good charge for the early lead. Dramatise was there too. Settling fully into stride, racing to the 1600 metre mark. Dramatise is one of the leaders, taken on by Matisso, and Matisso went to the lead from Dramatise, settling down. They're followed by Easy Access, and Warrior Boy sprinting around, going around them pretty quickly is Donnarana. As they run up the hill now and go towards the 1500 metre mark, Donnarana going up on the outside of Matisso. Dramatise dropped in with the run of the race. They were followed a length farther back on the outside by Bay Artist. Over on the inside was Kane. They were followed a length farther back then on the outside by going forward Easy Access. They're followed then behind them is the Carroll's Girls, got a fair way back, about third last on the outside of Orchid Lass. Queen Derby is back near the tail of the field, and Red Rattler was the trailer. Heading down the back, they travel towards the 1,000 metre mark, and Matisso, the inside, shares the lead with Donnarana. They're a length and a half clear of Bay Artist. Behind them was Dramatise, who's had a perfect run. A length farther back was Miss Charlie. 2 lengths behind them was Easy Access on the outside, and they're followed then by Red Robe. Over on the inside, being hunted up, was Sir Kane. They're followed then well back and starting to make a bit of ground on the outside now, the favourite. It's starting to move forward ever so slightly, Carroll's Girl. Down the side, the home turn in their sights with about 600 metres left to go now. They'll start to pack as they come to the turn. Moving up on the outside, Donnarana momentarily has reached the lead. Matisso's fighting back. Bay Artist is moving up 3 deep, followed by Dramatise. They're followed then wider on the track, starting a run now by and coming on the scene by Easy Access as they come to the corner. 400 metres left to go now. The crunch on. Moving up on the outside to grab the lead again is Donnarana. Matisso is fighting back. Dramatise hooked out 3 and 4 deep, and coming down the outside, Red Robe with a strong run. Red Robe's the danger as they go to the 200 metre mark and top the rise. Grab the lead. Dramatise is fighting back, and they're followed by Donnarana, but Red Robe is starting to come right away in the concluding stages, and Red Robe comes down to win by about 2.5 lengths. Dramatise got second. Red Rattler made up ground for third, then Zamantine. Queen Derby was next home, followed by Donnarana and Matisso. Fair back to Carroll's Girl, who did nothing, and then Miss Charlie, followed by Bay Artist. Well back in the field was Sir Kane. They were followed then by Orchid Lass, a fair way back with Easy Access, one of the last to pull up with Satellite Queen.
Okay, 10, 12 and 13 are placed there. Number 10, Red Robe first, 12 second, Dramatise, and 13, Red Rattler is third. 10, 12 and 13.